Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 6 catches, 99 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
To throw again on second down, Mills. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Play fake, Mills. He sets to fire deep. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offense and quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 18 carries, 70 yards.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Cowboys at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do them any favors. They gave them 2 road games right out of the gate. But the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
They go play action here on first down. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Their 2nd drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. To about the 40-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Mills from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw is Mills. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Second and 1. That's caught again by Schultz. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. They'll drop to throw. That's the 40. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Lazard. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. They go play action. Mills. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Mills. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bush. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Mills. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Mills to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mills to throw for it on 4th. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, an all-out battle on 4th and goal, offense versus defense, and the offense won.
And I'm just wondering what was going through the minds of the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Were they playing the run too much? Were they not focused that the whole playbook was open in that situation? Give the offensive guys a lot of credit. I just wonder what the defensive guys were thinking.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Dallas offense set for this next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. To throw, Mills. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Mills. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. Past the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line, like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Mills now. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Mills. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mills again. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 17, Mills. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mills to the air again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McKenzie. Touchdown, Eagles! Isaiah McKenzie as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Ready, set.
Second and 2. Rolling to his left. Ball delivered complete on the crossing route, Gallup. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw here. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll look to throw here. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
2nd and 6. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And probable goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mills. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big play there for Philly. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw is Mills. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Another run here with Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A give running left. It's Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 10 yards out.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Toss left to Elliott. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 36.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Mills.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
A 3rd quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Mills. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Mills.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. That's Gallup on the slant. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Mills on first down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on second and long. Mills looking here for Smith downfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted.
So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And now here come the Cowboys.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through. About where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down, back to Sanders.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Working out of the gun, Mills. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Mills' throw going to be caught by McKenzie.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Play fake, Mills.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mills. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Dallas, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to LA to take on the Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Fields and the Philadelphia Eagles versus Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The numbers for Sanders last week: 20 carries, 104 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Banks. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 21 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Now a first down throw, Watson.
He'll get this to Bell. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Watson hook it up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
They'll run with Chubb. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
David Bell.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive.
And David Bell closed things out with a touchdown catch.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The Eagles at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Out of the gun, Fields.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. It's a second down run with Sanders. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Fields. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
On play action, Fields.
Over the middle, complete. It's Banks.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Now it's Fields. Quick slant here to Smith.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yard there, and they pick up the first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. They go I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. 7-7, our score after 1. Faking the give, now Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
On first down, Watson drops it off for Chubb.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Here's Watson.
Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Watson looks to throw again. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
As a linebacker, you're trying to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, here's Watson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.